Yay. This is, I don't know whose idea it was to do these Saturday things. I'm thinking, Stefan, maybe it was yours. But, you know, whatever, it's wonderful. I think it is wonderful. And to see so many people, new people, people who haven't been here for a long time or have never been here at all. I welcome you all, and I really rejoice in this Saturday morning gathering that is free for anyone who wants to come and be here. Now, what has happened, Stefan, is now that there's a big frame of me, which is the last thing I want to see. Oh,
That's what I said. But you can go back to gallery view. It's just for the recording. It's better because then we have you instead of 50 people.
Okay.
But if people want to see the gallery view, they can still do that manually, I believe. Can you do it? Did you try?
I just did it and I can, but it's frustrating because there's just one of the 3 pages, you know, so yeah.
Yeah, you can never see everybody now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
We have to get together again sometime. But
sometime. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you again, everyone, for being here. And as I was thinking about what to do today in this session, I'm still there. I've made a gallery view, which is frustrating. Anyway, I was thinking, I mean, most of us, I don't know if all of us, but so many of us are in a situation where we are in some sort of seclusion, in a small bubble with family, or maybe just a partner, or maybe alone. And it's been a long time for some of us, and who knows how long it will be for others. I mean, for us, not for others. And I'm remembering what Mariella said, or her theme of last week, which was a very well-known phrase of Charlotte's, which was, every moment is a moment. Of course, every moment is a moment. And I'm thinking, and every moment is a new moment, is something new. So in thinking about what to explore today, I would like you to join me and explore something that I have never done before. And I haven't done it because I wanted it to be new for me as well as for all of you. When I start to explore, to sense, I most often go to my breath. That is my starting point. And I invite you now today to be with me and explore our breath and what our breath does for you, and maybe in ways that we haven't really given it a chance. So we're starting right now, just tuning in to however you feel your breathing, wherever you feel your breath, and just being with it right now. Every breath is a new breath. Are there ways that you may be experiencing your own breath right now that is in a different way than you usually experience your breath? Is your breath coming to you, or do you feel that you might have to go out and meet it or greet it, even in a little way? As you are here right now, breathing, are there any places in you where you feel your breath that might be surprising, that maybe you don't usually feel your breath in your thigh or in your lower back? We often touch ourselves in different places to feel our breathing, but right now, without even doing that, do you feel any breathing in your head? Any movement of your breath in your head? Without touching to make contact, but just tuning in. Might you have any sense of your breath in your jaw or inside your mouth? without doing anything or making any movement, can you feel movements from your breathing that move you? Can you feel breathing where you have contact with whatever is supporting you? Maybe a seat, maybe the back of a couch. Can you feel any breathing in your buttocks? Or your thighs? Do you feel any breathing in your feet? And is this breathing that is happening in you without you actively doing anything, more of a receiving, isn't it? Perhaps it's telling you to move somewhere or to change your posture. Whatever it is, whatever your breathing is telling you, please feel free to follow that invitation. Maybe your breath wants a larger breath that will expand your chest more than usual. Maybe your breath wants to fill up your shoulders and wants your shoulders to move up or down or wider. Maybe your breathing wants you to yawn or move your face or your mouth in another way. Just following the instinct, the instruction of your breath. Is there a change of balance that wants to happen? A movement of your head, maybe to one side or the other, or forward or back. What is your breath telling you? Inviting you. And maybe eventually your breath has no more new directions, but maybe you just sit here again, quietly, please stay with whatever movements are your movements, your instructions from your breath. But if there aren't any, how is it now, sitting here, feeling, receiving your breath coming in and going out? And what is your experience of yourself, your breathing, your being here right now? Now I'm going to invite us to respond to the invitation of our breathing even more fully than we have. So for instance, if my breathing, if I feel it in my shoulders, I would say, go with it and extend the movement that the breath in my shoulders wants to make. So it might take my arms up or out or down, and I might feel my breathing all the way to my fingertips. Following that impetus and following the release or the resting of that impetus. So sitting, you just might want to stand. So can your breathing invite you and support you in coming to standing? So waiting for your breath, feeling how your breath fills you up so that standing is more from breathing than from muscles or intentions. Can your breathing bring you up to standing? And as I stand here, I feel my breath in my shoulders a lot. And I actually feel my breath more in one side of me than another. So I'm going to follow that breathing, that inhalation to one side, following it as far as it takes me to my right. It could be anything for you. And then coming back to center when that feels right. And now my breath wants to go more in my left side. So as my inhalation comes, I let it come all the way over to my left and extends all the way to my left fingers and even brings me down to a bending of my side. And then the inhalation brings me back. As I'm standing now, and if you're standing, you might feel your breathing as well as in your arms, but in your legs too. So with my exhalation, I bend down a little bit, and with my inhalation, I extend as far as my breath wants to take me. And again, it's to my fingertips, but it's in a different place. And then the exhalation releases. You can be sitting, you can be lying, standing. Where is it? How is it your breath wants to go in you and move you? And if there are sounds that want to come with this movement, please, please do allow them to come. Inhalation and exhalation, coming to you and easing through you. My inhalation wants to go up into my shoulders, and now my arms extend all the way to the top and releases. For me, that felt like a different movement than when I lift my arms with my muscles. Doing it from my breath feels very different for me. I wonder how it feels to you. And waiting again for whatever the impetus. One side could be very different from the other, or could be moving or not moving. Where does the breath, how does the breath want to move you in you? And can you go with it for as far as it wants to? And then how does it feel when your breath releases you, or your breath allows you to come back to what? Neutral? Balance? Waiting? I see a lot of yawns, which are wonderful, of breathing into your face. How about a breathing into your eyes? Do your eyes open up? And how does that exhalation happen? How does your mouth feel? And is it responding to your breathing? Do your lips open up? Does a sound come out? Does your head move from your breathing? Now, I do want you to stay with whatever impetus, whatever instructions you are getting from your own breathing, but my breath is telling me to move to one side. So I'm moving to my right side and feeling my weight and my breathing mostly on one side. And of course, it's changing my movement. As I'm standing on my right leg and following my breath, I feel breath on both of my sides, right and left, and so different where I'm standing, where I'm not standing. And now coming back to center, what is your breath telling you now? Mine is suggesting I go to my other side, to the left side. and feel and move from that inhalation and release, exhalation, which is very different on this side. And I'm coming back to center. What is your breath telling you now? Do you feel any breath in places in you that you usually don't? The backs of my shoulders are breathing more than maybe I've ever felt them. How does the back of your neck feel? Is there any breathing there now? And as my breath comes in and lifts my arms, both of them this time, to as high as they want, and exhaling, releasing, floating down. My breath has done this 2 times and is telling me to do it again. It's like, is your breath, can it fill you up all the way to your fingertips? And wait until your breath starts softening, exhaling, coming down, back to wherever your breath wants to be, however you want to follow being, feeling. I thought I was finished, but my breathing is still wanting to move my neck, my head. How about yours? Is there any breathing in your face? Can you feel it in your cheeks or in your forehead? And again, how is the inside of your mouth? Or the sides of your neck? I'm coming back to sitting. And maybe your breath will lead you back to sitting also. And how does your sitting feel now? How do you feel now? How does your breathing feel now? And Stefan, I would love to hear if anyone would like to speak about their experience.